in a lot of spots in Florida, thanks to, in part, that area of low pressure, which is offshore. But the tropical moisture is here, and our virtual view gives us a glimpse of what it could look like throughout the day in Tampa. So you might want to have a plan B for any outdoor celebrations. Although I'm sure you probably have your food set up inside anyway, right? It's too hot to have that outside. But we've got the chance today and again tomorrow and again on Sunday. Finally, if you want to extend your weekend into Monday looks like a dry day. Right now in Tampa, it's actually dry though, so you're doing good so far. A lot of the showers are south of there. We just have all this trailing tropical moisture. I mean, there's the system Greg was talking about. Off the coast, it's not moving back towards Florida, but what it is just helping to kind of lash the area with some of that tropical moisture. Now on the beaches, we do have a moderate risk of rip currents here. Pretty much all the coast, the east coast of Florida, extending up through Georgia and South Carolina, parts of the Florida Panhandle as well has a moderate risk of rip currents. Rainfall about 3 to 5 inches, peak in spots, not everywhere, but there'll be some of the rain showers that have the bigger rainfall rates, and that could add up if you get multiple rounds of those. And we might see some flash flooding into northern Florida getting into your Sunday. All right, so forecast radar looks like this. The scattered showers rotating around through this evening. I mean, Jacksonville is one spot. St. Augustine, another. Punta Vedra, I think, might be in pretty good shape for tonight and for your fireworks celebrations. You know, with a lot of the activity kind of focusing offshore. Once we get into Saturday and Saturday evening, we see more of that moisture wrapping back around again, and we'll see a few more scattered showers out there continuing. And then looking ahead to your Sunday, Sunday might be the best day or the most isolated day when it comes to showers across the peninsula. And it looks, you know, sort of plays out like that in your forecast, Jacksonville. Saturday, hit or miss thunderstorms. Sunday should be fairly dry. Monday, another day with more afternoon showers and storms and temperatures hot and humid out there. Well, Mother Nature will deliver its own fireworks for the Orlando Metro, putting some July 4th events at risk. And our senior national correspondent, Justin Michaels, is in Winter Park, Florida, where Independence Day events are underway ahead of any stormy weather. Kind of the way it's going to be over the next 24 hours, passing on by. Wilmington, you see the forecast tomorrow morning, couple showers, and then Sunday into Monday, that's the time that we see the showers and storms come our way. One thing to know, though, off the coast, we will see, or along the coast, we will see the moderate risk of rip currents extending up here through Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. Anywhere, especially we have that onshore flow, that's where I think the rip current risk will be a little bit greater. Possible flash flooding. Talked about Florida, but also here into South and North Carolina, some of these downpours, they're going to be tropical in nature and could lead to some isolated flash flooding. Charleston, Myrtle Beach, up towards Florence and South Carolina, even pushing inland. You know, we're going to get some of this rain moving in Sunday into Monday that could lead to some heavy rain up here through the eastern part of North Carolina. Most of the big rain is offshore, but you see 1 to 2 inches moving onshore, and that's where we could run into some problems with some of these showers that could just dump with some big rainfall rates, leading to some quick ponding of water on the roadways. Thankfully, it's pretty transient, though. It doesn't stick around, doesn't move and just, you know, dump rain over one spot. By Saturday night into Sunday morning, it's already moving onshore and pushing some of that heavy rain with it. Throughout the day on Sunday, we see some of that moisture moving up into North Carolina, far inland. I mean, even Charlotte could get some rain out of this whole circulation. Tropical moisture, yes, and so it could be heavy at times, but it is very isolated and scattered in nature as we look ahead to that forecast getting into Sunday and early Monday morning. Let's talk winds. Now, wind direction makes a big difference for the waves. So where we have the onshore wind here, bigger waves, bigger risk of rip currents. We'll see that this is today into tomorrow in South Carolina. So all the Charleston area beaches, really from Hilton Head, Folly Beach, Isle of Palms, all could see some increased waves. This is through your Saturday as well. Wrightsville Beach, we start to see that more so later Saturday and even into early Sunday with that onshore flow and the gustier winds from time to time.
The heavy rain threat.
Right. There will still be impacts regardless of what happens to the organization of that. Though if it does organize and gets its act together, it definitely could bring more. But sort of at the very least, we will have a rip current risk. And there's a moderate risk of rip current there along the east coast of Florida, coastal Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. Rainfall could be heavy at times. And while the bulk of the moisture is offshore the system, and we've been seeing that already on satellite today, there's just a lot of tropical moisture out there in the environment all across the Florida Peninsula, kind of some trailing tropical moisture. That's getting us with some rain that could be heavy at times, may lead to some possible flash flooding through tomorrow morning. By tomorrow, then we'll expand the view up into South and North Carolina along the coast. Sunday expanding it inland a little bit more, and then Monday mainly eastern North Carolina as we kind of get the last bit of it. Rainfall up here on the order of 1 to 2 inches. So not as much as what we've been seeing in Florida, just not as deep tropical moisture, or we won't be spending as much time in it. But we'll see this going on through the weekend as we continue to track this northbound.